What up, peeps? It's Tony Baker back here again for another movie review. This time we're reviewing Annihilation with Natalie Portman. It's based on the Jeff Vandermeer trilogy, Southern Reach, on the book tip. So you already know, the book is probably better than the movie. That's always the case. I don't think I've ever heard, well, man, it's actually better than the book. That rarely happens. I will say the Watchmen's ending was better in the movie than it was in the book, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. The trailers make it out to seem like it's like a sci-fi, sci-fi joint. Could be some action in there because they got guns in the trailer. But it's one of those Thinky science fiction joints where you got to sit there and use your brain and stuff. And I'm like, man, come on, man. Can't I just leave my brain in the top drawer of the house? You know what I'm saying? Can I leave it in there with the electric bills? Nah, I gotta bring my brain. It's one of those. The critics like it. It's like at 80-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, so the critics like it. But to me, it's a little slow. A meteor hits Earth, and it creates this like little field of like weirdness. They call it a shimmer. And like anything that goes in there, like it doesn't really come out. And so, Natalie Portman's husband, who's played by Oscar Isaac, is a soldier whose team was sent in, and only he made it out. And so, they send her in to see what really went down there. And they wanted to do all women going in, because she's a biologist, and like they sent in a team of women this time. One's a physicist, one's a medical person. Like, they had their own attributes that they can bring to the table to see what's really going on in this little alien shimmer that's going on. You got Natalie Portman in the lead. You got Jennifer Jason Leigh, who I feel like I haven't seen her since Single White Female. I know she's been working since then, but I feel like I haven't seen her since Single White Female. And that came out in the 90s, like 93, 92. But I looked at her IMDb. She's been working since that. I apologize, Jennifer Jason Leigh, but I just feel like I haven't seen you in mad long. Gina Rodriguez is in there, and old girl from Thor Ragnarok, Tessa Thompson, is in that joint. And so they're the team that goes in there to investigate. And it's cool to see all like a pretty much women-led cast, and they going in there with guns and stuff like that. Nice diversity in the cast. I'm like, okay, Annihilation, let's go. But I feel like the subject matter and vibe is not going to appeal to the masses, especially how they did it. It's from the director of 28 Days Later and Ex Machina. And I haven't seen that because it looked like it was going to be boring, so I never watched it. Annihilation is slow. It's slow. It's slow. The whole pace and the whole vibe is set up for slowness. It kind of put me in the mind frame of The Arrival, except The Arrival was better. But it had that same type of vibe, like real, like chill and just slow moving, and like, yeah, we'll show you some flashbacks every so often, instead of just giving it to you all laid out. We're gonna sprinkle in the pieces of the flashback out of order. I'm like, oh, why y'all be doing so much, man? Just show us what happened, when it happened, at the time that it happened. Stop playing, man. Of course it's gonna be a surprise to us because you left this nugget out that happened already because you reveal it later on. Sick of that, man. And that's what this movie does. It has some dope visuals, and like, from a scientific and biological standpoint, if you're into that, like I was really interested in like, that's crazy. Like it was some themes in there that really made me think. I was like, wow, that's dope. And like, the science aspect of it, because I enjoy the Cosmos on Netflix. I watched that over and over again. So I was like, this is pretty cool. But just the delivery of it was just slow. Like you could have sped everything up. You could have cut the running time in half. There's not a lot of action in it, so don't go in there just because they got guns. Don't expect action. There's not a lot of it. But I like for my questions to be answered when I go into the movie theater. Like I don't like leaving the movie theater with more questions than I had going in, man. Wrap some stuff up, man. Give me some closure. Well, what do you think transpired? No, man. What happened? What happened? And like even in the movie, like when they find Natalie Portman at the beginning of the movie, they're like, well, what happened in there? What can you tell us? And she's just sitting there like, oh God, it's gonna be one of those. So it was a lot of that, man. Very slow moving. Extra music for no reason. Like why is the music getting loud right here? What's happening here? There's one scene the music got so intense, my teeth shattered. I just put them back in randomly. I don't even know if my teeth are in the right spots right now. I think I got my fang like it's my middle tooth right now. Anyway, it was just, why is it so loud? So what are the takeaways from this movie? One takeaway, I want to see Natalie Portman in an action movie. Like when she was shooting in this movie, I was like, yo, can we get the professional sequel that we've always wanted? Can we get her as an assassin? You know, because she grew so close to Leon that she can be an assassin on her own now. Like when she was shooting, I was like, yo. And we've seen Natalie Portman in some action before. She was in Viva Vendetta, but she was kind of more like the victim in that movie. And then she was also in the Star Wars joints, but Star Wars action doesn't really make you gritty, if that makes any sense at all. You still look soft shooting people in Star Wars because the stormtroopers are so weak. Like nobody ever really looked rugged in the Star Wars movies, except for like some of the Darth cats. Another takeaway is, just because you're a science fiction movie, don't always assume that we know what the hell you're talking about. Dumb it down just a taste. Just a taste. Me, I'm into astronomy. I love astronomy. I get it. But as a moviegoer in the audience with popcorn in my hand, dumb it down just a little bit. Just for the audience, just for the regular audience. Please. I know you want to be artistic. I know you want to be artistic. Artistic integrity. I get it. You don't want to sell out to the masses. I respect that. I don't want to sell out either as a comedian. But come on, man. You know people gonna be showing up to watch what you putting down. And you want the movie to make money because you spent $40 million making this movie. That's not even including promotions. Dumb it down just a taste. And stop having us leave the theater confused. Anyway, but you want to know the smooth jazz review of Annihilation. Well, here it is. Oh, yeah. I'm giving the movie Annihilation 2.5 saxophones out of 5. Dig the science on that. All right, peeps, that's my review of the movie Annihilation, man. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comment section below. How do you feel about movies that leave stuff open to interpretation of the audience? How do you feel about endings like that? All right, let me know in the comment section below. And some other movies in the similar vein of Annihilation, I can think of Spear with Dustin Hoffman and Sam Jackson, Sharon Stone, and what was the other movie I just said? Oh, The Arrival. And The Arrival, which I thought was superior to Annihilation if you want to compare the two. I thought The Arrival I think they did that one better. It was a little bit more clear, still a little confusing, but it was well done at the end of the day. And anyway, man, like, share, subscribe, comment, man, and as usual, we out here.